Hello my dear friends, welcome to EduTap and I welcome you to this very important video if you are preparing for the upcoming NABARD Grade A examination. Guys, in this video we'll quickly analyze the marks of the toppers of NABARD Grade A 2020 and then from the analysis we will try to take out important takeaways for your preparation, right? So guys, yes, before we proceed, I would request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also do join our Telegram channel. The link of Telegram channel is in the description of this video. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to get daily videos, daily content that is free of cost and is going to be helpful for your preparation of regulatory body examinations, right? So my dear friends, let's see the marks of a topper here. I would just like to specify here that cutoff for the phase 1 of the year 2020 was 118.50. We are today going to consider the marks of unreserved category, right? So that we can, like it's a basic preparation, and obviously if you take up the strategy of unreserved candidates, then obviously you'll be going to handle other categories also, right? So the cutoff was 118 and cutoff for phase 2 was 126. Very important thing, right? So this topper, if you see, has scored in reasoning out of 20, 9.5. Then English language, 38.75 out of 40. It's a good score, really good score. Computer knowledge, 13 on 20. GA out of 20, 10.75. Then ESI, it's 29.5. ARD, 13.75 out of 40. Please see this ARD. Then quant aptitude 15 on 20, right? The total was 130.25, so it's well beyond your cutoff, right? So guys, I want to emphasize one point here, that you see the candidate has scored 13 marks in ARD out of 40, 13.75. So I hope this gives you a bit of confidence that you do not need to score 40 on 40, you do not need to score 35 on 40 in ARD section. You do not need to be an expert in agriculture sector, okay? Your syllabus is just to be prepared, right? Then guys, the same candidates phase 2 marks we will also see. The selected candidate, this is English descriptive. There are two papers, so 75 on 100. Then in ESI and ARD, it was 67.5 out of 100. So another important thing is that in ESI plus ARD, marks are less in comparison to English paper, right? So the total was 142.5, again well beyond above the cutoff, which was 126. So this is, I hope, is giving you some insights about the score, the type of score. Let's see one more candidate's marks before I can tell you some takeaways. Here also guys, if you see reasoning, the candidate has scored 17, English 32, computer 11.25, GA again 11.25, ESI 30, ARD 7.5. Quant aptitude 15 again, and total was 124.5. So ARD score, do you see, it's only 7.5, while on the other hand in reasoning it is 17 on 20. It is not important to score really good in ARD. It is important for you to clear the sectional cutoff, okay, and then reach the overall cutoff, 124.5. So again, let's analyze the marks of phase 2 of the same candidate. Again, you see English 71 marks. The discipline marks, that is ESI ARD, 63.75. General discipline we are currently analyzing, right? So 63, again, which is less than your English paper. Total was 134.75. So guys, out of these two marks that we have analyzed, I'll share some insights with you, right? The takeaways, I'll try to analyze in between and then share the takeaway also. So guys, target, very important thing, target your score based on the previous year cutoff and marks of toppers in respective sections. When you start preparation, you should have a target in your mind that I want to score this much. One target is ultimate, that I want to clear the examination, but what are the other steps that you will go through for clearing the examination? So the target should be, phase 1, to be safe, target 130 plus. Why? Because even if we analyze years before 2020, the cutoff has not crossed this particular score. So if you get 130 plus, you are quite sure, right, that you are gonna clear phase 1. For phase 2, again 140 plus. This is a score which will not keep you in borderline. This is your target score that you have to do. The marks of the respective sections I have shared with you, and cutoff also I have shared with you. And if you want to see the strategy of scoring 130 plus, we have a video on our channel that is also taken by me. You can see that video to score 130 plus and set your target, right? Now guys, after you set your target, your next step should be do your SWOT analysis. Yes, what is the SWOT? Guys, you have to do the analysis of your strength and weakness. Which subject is your strength? Which subject is your weakness? After you do that, by analyzing the previous year papers, by going through the type of questions that have been asked, you have to find out the subjects that you are weak in and also the subjects you are strong in. Then after that, target each subject in such a manner that your weak subject is improved. It does not remain weak always, okay? Because weak means that probably you will not be even able to clear the cutoff, the sectional one, but you have to improve it. And your strong subject helps you to cross the target that you have set. You have seen in the previous slide I have shown you that a student scored in ARD section, the selected candidate scored out of 47.5 marks, and reasoning out of 15. So it is up to you that if you feel that I am really good in reasoning, but you leave reasoning and you start preparing ARD, don't do that, okay? Analyze the paper, analyze what is your strength. You have to work on ARD, of course, you have to work on ESI, whatever your weak subject is, but make sure that you make your strong subject more strong, right? 2 takeaways I've shared with you. Now, I'll show you marks of another candidate, okay? Of course, name we cannot share here, but the snipe is here. So guys, if you see, now I'm specifically gonna tell you about the total marks. 127.25 this candidate scored, and out of the phase 2 total 135 was the score, right? Now what is the score in ESI and ARD? Let's see. So in ESI, out of 40 the candidate scored 31.25, which is a good number, right? And in ARD, less than 20, 17.5 marks this was scored, right? But guys, you see in descriptive in your discipline paper ESI plus ARD, the candidate scored 63 marks. So if you see, I will tell you the safe range for you to score is out of 100, if you score 60s, in the range of 60s in your phase 2 paper, if you score, that is a really good score. You do not need 100 on 100, you need 60 plus marks. Similarly, if you see here, out of 80, you need to score, again I would say 60 plus. That would be enough for you. You do not need to score full marks in ESI and ARD. On that note, I would like to share a third important takeaway: special focus on ESI plus ARD, for the simple reason both the subjects are common in phase 1 and phase 2. In phase 1 80 marks, phase 2 100 marks. The subjects are common, you have to give special emphasis, but ensure that you do not end up preparing only these subjects, because other subjects are more scoring and you have to give less preparation to them, like computer knowledge, general awareness, English. So these are low hanging fruits. You cannot miss out low hanging fruits just because you want to target ESI and ARD. That has to be given special emphasis, but keep in mind there are other subjects also that if you give a bit more focus, you will be able to clear easily the exam, right? Similarly guys, as in phase 1, computer knowledge, general awareness, and of course quant reasoning, completely depending on you. If you have been preparing for banking examinations, probably your quant reasoning are gonna be good, right? So use them here, okay? In phase 2, similarly, if your English is good, then English descriptive paper can be quite scoring, and the effort required would be less as compared to ESI and ARD. All in all, there has to be a balance. You cannot ignore ESI and ARD because of the simple reason that it is common in both the phases. But make sure that while preparing for these two subjects, you do not end up ignoring other subjects, right? Is that clear? After that, after you keep in this clarity in your mind that you have to give focus to these two sets, what you need to do next? Guys, prioritize the most important and relevant topics or chapters based on the previous year papers and syllabus of the examination. Cutoff, you know, you have a target in your mind, you know that what subjects you need to give focus on, you have done your SWOT analysis. Now guys, you should always prepare in a priority manner. Why? Because you are preparing to clear the examination. You are not just preparing to read the syllabus of the examination. Okay, that I have covered each and everything of the syllabus. That is good. That has to be done. But what priority is to be given to each and every chapter? That should be clear in your mind. Now, it is better to select the topics that are more important as compared to others. This will help you to understand the requirement of the examination, guys, and hence prepare with a pinpointed strategy. Strategy you are following, you are putting in effort, but what if you put the effort in the way that is required for the examination? Remember, in all the subjects of phase 1 as well as phase 2, few topics are more important for the exam. Thus, they must be chosen and prepared with priority. Now, how do you know which topics are more important? Simple funda I have. Go through the previous year papers. You'll find out that few topics are gonna be asked again and again. Few are favorite topics of the NABARD. Be it ESI section, you have seen that current affairs which are related to agriculture sector, rural development sector, or by international bodies, they are asked again and again. Government schemes are a hot favorite topic. In agriculture, there are certain static topics which are asked, more questions are asked on them. Horticulture, agri-economy, right? Basics of agriculture. So each and every subject you will come out with few topics that are more important as compared to others. Right, Ji? Let's analyze one more thing before I give you my fifth takeaway. So guys, here again you can go through the marks of the candidate in phase 1. Okay, the total was 127.25. Less than 130. You are targeting for 130 plus. Okay. Now, let me take you to phase 2 marks, guys. In English, you see 75. Descriptive, the discipline paper, 58 marks. Do you see the difference? 200 marks paper in one, it is 75. Other, it's less than 60. So, if you score in the range of 60s in your ESI ARD, you are doing well. But it is important for you to balance out that through English descriptive preparation. 75, 70 plus score is a really good score. It will help you. It requires bit less of effort than your ESI and ARD paper. Due weightage to be given for English descriptive in phase 2. Please remember this. English descriptive can help you fetch more marks than ESI and ARD paper with less effort. Thus, smart preparation is required along with hard work. You are putting in effort, okay? But you are not doing smart work. That is not gonna work. On the other hand, guys, I am not saying that you just focus on English and if you are good at ESI and ARD, don't prepare that part. Do not do that. If you feel that you are not strong in English, then make sure that you make your ESI and ARD very, very strong, right? Because it can be the thing that you are really not comfortable in English and you feel that now students are scoring 70 plus in English, I might not be able to clear the exam. No, it's not the case. I am just showing you the pattern that you need to balance out your preparation. You have to find out what you are weak in. If you don't know that how is my English, will I be able to write or not, how will you prepare for the for clearing the examination, guys? Get to know yourself first and then prepare accordingly. Okay, it is not enough to focus only on ARD and ESI. This is I am emphasizing again and again because we have seen students are, when there is NABARD examination, they only feel that ARD and ESI we need to prepare. It's not the case. You have to prepare all the subjects in a balanced manner, where of course you will give due weightage to the paper which is common in both the phases, but the different papers which are exclusive in phase 1, phase 2 are also to be given the weightage, right? You just have to balance off your preparation, right? So that's it, my dear friends, from my end. I hope you find these 5 takeaways very important. I would suggest you to see other videos that are also available to guide you for the preparation of the upcoming examination. Thank you so much for your precious time. I'll see you soon in another video. Till that time, I wish you all the very best from our entire team of EduTap. And yes, one more thing, for any query that you have in your mind, just drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in. We will get in touch with you through the mail or even a call, right? Thank you so much. Bye bye.